Hi guys, this is Stormouse03. Welcome back to my Dishonored Death of the Outsider 100% walkthrough, where I am showing you how to get all of the achievements trophies on this game. This is our second playthrough, and I'm showing you how to get through original game plus mode. And so really that's the only achievement or trophy that I'm really going for here. I am showing you how to do this without getting detected, so just in case you didn't do the no detections run on the first playthrough, I am showing you how to get it here so that you don't have to do, a whole separate playthrough for that. But if you are looking for how to do all of the contracts, find all of the pictures, do any of the random achievements or trophies, you're going to want to go back to the first playthrough of the game, where I showed you how to do all of that stuff. So anyway, this is mission number 3. This is the bank job, and we took the skiff here. We were able to do that because we took the skiff from the end of chapter 2. If not, you're going to need to make your way over on some of the rooftops over to this point, which isn't too terrifying to do. It's the exact same path that I showed you at the beginning of mission 2, so no big deal. You want to go over there and knock that guy on the boat out, and underneath this boat there is a body with the key on it to get through the door here, and it's a little bit difficult for me to locate because it's kind of dark under there and I'm concerned about drowning, and so I use dark vision to just make sure that I know where this body is, and then you can loot the delivery boat key off of that guy. And so the reason why I'm showing you how to get into this boat is because I'm showing you where to get some items that are going to be worth some money for you. And I'm also showing you how to get a rewire tool, which is important for this particular mission. And so you can pick up that painting, you can pick up some of the items that are worth some money, and there is our rewire tool. Please, please, please be sure to pick that up because that is important for getting through the bank section later on. And the stuff that's worth some money is to save you a little bit of trouble getting the poppy tincture, because I haven't been picking up a ton of stuff in these first few levels. I've picked up a little bit, but just in case you don't have a lot of coin on you right now, I'm trying to show you where to get some high value items so that you can buy this poppy tincture. I am going to show you how to get the poppy tincture without having to buy it. There is a way to do that, and I'm going to show you how to do that, but I would highly recommend that you just go ahead and buy it if you can. So I'm showing you where to check. If you look in your mission items, you can check and see how much coin you have. You're going to need 800 coins in order to buy the poppy tincture. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Like I said, you can get it without anybody spotting you. And it is possible. It is a little bit finicky, and it's a little bit irritating, and that's why I suggest that you just go ahead and buy it. That is the easiest way to get through this and move on. But I want to give you guys options. I want to give you guys the most options possible, because somebody's going to get here and they're not going to have enough coins to buy the poppy tincture, and then they're going to be like, well, I'm screwed. But you're not. You're not screwed. You can do it without the money, without buying it, and so I wanted to make this, for everyone, for the person who has the money to do it, and for the person who doesn't. And so, again, going through this building, there are a couple of things that you can loot in order to get a few more coins if you need it. And then we're going to be heading down to the black market. And the cool thing at the black market is you can pick up a contract for stealing that painting that we stole from the boat, and that gives you a little bit of extra money too. So here are the contracts. and you'll see that one of them is the Art Connoisseur, and it now gets complete.
I provide only the finest service,
and so that gives you a little bit of extra as well. But you come through here, you'll see you can buy a rewire tool if you need to do that, but you shouldn't because we just picked one up. And then there's the poppy tincture. It costs you 800 coins. You should have plenty in order to get that if you had picked up a few things from the first chapters like I did, and if you have been collecting the stuff at the beginning of this one. And so I'm gonna make a save right here, and then I'm going to show you how you can do this without buying the poppy tincture. So if you left here and you didn't buy it, this is how to do that. So you're going to need to speak to the woman in the building that we were just in. And I don't know why I'm going over here. I think I was just showing you that the door is closed. So the door there to get into the auction is closed until you talk to this lady. To find out that it's going on. So you need to go talk to her. And then we're going to be sneaking into the auction and knocking everybody out. And I know that sounds ridiculous and like, how are you not going to get seen doing that? But because of the abilities that we have on this Original Game Plus playthrough, you're able to do this. On our original playthrough, the one where you have the different power set, you're able to impersonate somebody and actually go to the auction and just buy it. You buy the lot and no big deal, and that's how we did it in that time. But this time we can't do that. You can't really go in there, or they're going to spot you. They're going to know who you are. It's going to be bad news. And so we're going to have to sneak around here and do something different. It's kind of cool. Like I said, it's a little bit finicky. And so you're going to want to make a save before you attempt this, because it's easy for it to not go right. And it's glitchy too, actually. I've had it glitch on me where it like teleports me into the middle of everybody, and I'm not really sure what that's about or why it does that, but I'll let you know when we get there what part that is. So you teleport up here. You want to be really careful edging out there. That's why it took me so long to get the arrows there so that would work, because you just don't want to get spotted there. And then we're gonna blink all the way back to the back here. And now right here is where you want to make your save, because this right here is prone to glitching, malfunctioning, not working, etc. So you want to use your chain kill ability, or your chain ability, to chain a couple of these people together. You want to make sure you get those two guards. You want to make sure you get that person. You want to get the auctioneer, and you want to make sure you get that guard right back there. So those 5 people, that's the max that you can chain together. And then you want to use your electrical bolt, peek out, and shoot this guard right here. Try to shoot him in the head, because I've had it where I shot him in another part of his body and he didn't immediately go down, or he didn't go down at all. I've had that happen. I've had it teleport me when I made the shot. I've had it teleport me out into the middle of all these people and not knock them out. It's been very, very odd, guys. I can't tell you why it does that sometimes, but it does. So there is another rewire tool, and there was your poppy tincture, and the painting you can grab as well. Everybody's knocked out. Nobody saw you. You saw the little lightning bolt on the guard's head. It turned white with the red around it, but it didn't turn red, and so that meant that he was kind of on alert, but he didn't spot you. And so that works, and I know it works because that's how I did this on my first playthrough before making the guide. And I'll show you right here in just a second. And now we're kind of up on these balconies, and this is the same path that I'm going to be showing you how to take once I reload my save. Because I wanted the buying the poppy tincture to be my kind of default, because honestly I think that's what you should do. It's the easiest thing, but you will see if you look at your statistics that you should have spotted by enemies 0. And as long as it says that, then you are good to go. And you don't have to worry, and that is how you get the poppy tincture without having to purchase it. I'm going to load back up my game where I saved it so that I, have the tincture here that's purchased, and I'm going to show you where to go from here. And we're going to link back up exactly to the same spot where we were. So, for whatever reason, you can't get up on that balcony. It's a little bit too far. So, same method of getting up there. The way that we went before. And always, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, just in case you're just joining us in this particular video. Always try to get the arrows, the up arrows, because those are a sure bet for getting on top of something. So like you'll see, like it looks like, where it's positioned when you have the short thing, where the two circles are very close together. That should be on top of whatever it is that you're trying to get on top of. But occasionally you'll fall off the edge when you do that. But when you blink with the up arrows, you're never going to fall off the edge unless you move. That's a guaranteed success in terms of blinking on top of something. And so I always try to do that unless I am trying to blink really quickly. And there's a couple of spots where you just want to blink quickly. One of those is coming up here in just a second. But in all other cases, when you have time to, place your blink in a specific spot and you don't have to worry about speed, then you should definitely make sure that it has the up arrows when you're trying to blink on top of something. So I'm just waiting for the guard to move and the wolfhound to move, and now is the time where I blink down here, go through this way. This is a very, very similar path to the path that I took in the first playthrough, and so this should be familiar to you guys. But it's funny because in a lot of cases you take the same paths, but because the powers are a little bit different, sometimes the pathing is just slightly different as well, and the way that you do things. So I mentioned, when you're just trying to blink quickly. So these wolfhounds are very sensitive. We're wanting to blink on top of that guy's head. I did get the up arrows there, which is what you want, because you don't want to fall down into the middle of those wolfhounds. But the most important thing is you want to be blinking quickly out of the middle there. So you can take your time to get the up arrows on the statue, but when you're getting off the statue to the other side, don't worry as much about it. You just want to move so that they don't spot you. Blink over and knock out that guard. And then we are going to blink over here, and you want to kill this wolfhound, because if he's still alive, it makes getting around here with the whale oil canister irritating. So You blink behind him, and you want to really quickly get over here and assassinate him, because you saw they are very, very sensitive, those wolfhounds. They can spot you when it seems like they shouldn't really be able to. So we come over here, we're going to get the whale oil canister, we're going to fill it up. And there's a couple more electrical bolts here if you need them. And we're going to take our whale oil tank and accidentally put it back in, and then get it again. And then we're going to head on to the elevator. And once again, guys, there are lots of ways to get around this bank mission. This is one of my favorite missions in the whole Dishonored series. I really, really like it because there's just a lot of ways that you can play it. There's and it's a cool mission, you know. It's like a bank heist, and I like that. I like bank heists, and so we're not really trying to steal money or anything, although we can. But I don't know. There's just something about it. Something about it that I really, really like. I like the level. I like the level design. I think this is just like classic, perfect example of a really, really great stealth game level. Because you have just lots of different methods of getting around and ways that you can play it. And there's really good verticality here. It's just very, very well designed. So once you take the lift up here, you kill that lady, and then there's 2 more people on the roof here that we're going to, kill. I'm knocking them out. I'm going as non-lethal as possible. Killing wolfhounds does not count as a kill, actually. So that's why I have no qualms with killing that wolfhound. So if you're trying to go for no kills as well, this is a way to do it, because the wolfhound does not count. So I'm knocking these people out. You can kill them if you want to. If you're not going for non-lethal, then, you know, that doesn't matter. Go ahead and kill them, whatever. But I'm trying to show you stealthy and non-lethal, just because, I mean, I don't know what people are going to want to do. And so if you wanted your sort of low chaos playthrough to be this one, then this is how you do it. So we go over there, we put the poppy tincture in, and then I like this way into the bank. So this I've discovered after my first playthrough of the game. I didn't know this was here before. But that little hole will drop you down into this room. There's some more electrical bursts. Electrical bolts, bursts, you know, whatever. It's the crossbow bolts that are shocky. And then you can get into the bank this way. And I think that this puts you in a better position. You're sort of closer to where you want to be. There's one of the paintings up here, just in case you want it. Again, I'm not showing you where all of those are, but it was right on the way, so why not? And, I mean, I have such a hard time not picking stuff up, guys. I really, really do. I am a compulsive looter in these games, and so it was very difficult for me to not just be picking up everything. But I know that on a guide, that kind of wastes time, so I didn't, for your sake. So you're welcome. You want to blink down here. I just went ahead and opened all the doors just to make sure that you open the ones that you need, and then move on through the level here. And it's fairly quick because we're not taking any detours, we're not picking up any stuff, we're not trying to buy upgrades and find bone charms and find paintings and do side missions and any of that kind of stuff. We do end up completing a couple. We completed the one to get the painting. You want to blink quickly over here because there are machines in the middle there that can insta-kill you. So You just want to take the path that I take, blink up onto this thingy, and move quickly through the door. So this is going to be different from the first playthrough.
It's some kind of fancy elevator. A control room.
And I fell, so that was a failure. But I get up here, and instead of being able to use the abilities that we used in the first playthrough, where you were able to like project yourself down the stairs and put yourself in the inside there and then displace through the bars, we can't do that here. So we've got to wait until that clockwork soldier turns around and then blink over here. And then this is where I am going to use the rewire tool. So you can use that there. And doing that instead of taking the whale oil, if you take the whale oil out, then these clockwork soldiers get alerted, and I think they start waking people up. And you don't want that to happen. But if you use a rewire tool, then this gate doesn't turn off. And so the soldiers are not alerted to the fact that anything is wrong. It just means that you can walk through there without getting fried. So you just want to make sure that that soldier has walked by, and then you can pass straight through that wall and not get electrified by it and move on through. And then we're going to come up here, we're going to call the elevator, and we're going to go to the top floor and grab the vault key. So yeah, this mission, it's a lot faster now that we're not having to do a bunch of side stuff like we did in the first playthrough. Again, if you want to see all of those things, then please go back to my original playthrough and I show you how to find all the paintings and do all of the little side stuff in these missions. And it was pretty fun. You can go ahead and write in that book that completes another contract. It gets you some more cash in case you need that to buy something. I'm not really upgrading anything.
Dolores Michaels likes to keep all her secrets where she can see them.
Or buying too much, and I'm not equipping bone charms and stuff like that. And so that is really kind of unnecessary for me, but you know, you might as well pick up all this stuff because if you need it, you should use it and don't feel bad about it. I'm trying to show you the sort of bare minimum in order to get through, just in case people don't have things or want it to make it more of a challenge or whatever else. But if you want to buy upgrades and use bone charms and do all that stuff. Another reason why I'm not using the bone charms is because they're random, most of them, and I don't want to be using something that you might not have. So this part right here is finicky. So we're coming up here and we're gonna take the vault down. But you want to make a save here because there is one of those machines that will blast you and kill you in here, and so you just want to save just to be careful, just to be safe. And so when you blink, you want to blink up into the very back left and be pushing forward as you do so to make sure that you jam yourself up into this back left corner. And then we pick up the little vault latch thing and then blink back over here. And then you're going to want to, and now this is the tricky part, you're going to want to peek out and then blink down into that hole. And it can be tricky because it's hard to see around this grate right here, these pipes. And you don't want to put yourself too far out there because that machine will kill you. But if you can peek out just enough, you can position yourself right there over the entrance and just make sure that you're moving as you blink right down the hatch. Because if you waste any time there, you will get blasted and you will die. So make a save.
That'll do it.
And now we're going to unlatch the vault
Didn't think anyone
and write it down. And this would have been an achievement, but we already got it. So we got this achievement in the last playthrough for going through here without alerting anybody, and going through with everybody asleep and nobody killed and all of that good stuff in the bank, and unlatching the vault and writing it down. And so we got these achievements already. That's why they're not popping. But if you hadn't done that in your first playthrough like I did in the guide, then you would get those there as well. So we come down here and we're going to use the vault key to unlock the vault door, open it up, and then you can grab all of the stuff out of here. So the one that you want is the sword, and that's with the 2 keys that we got from the last mission, and there's our sword there.
What does the outsider want from me?
And now you can open all of the vaults and whatnot, and that's the Fibonacci sequence that I showed you in the first one. And so if you want to know how to do that, definitely go back to that one, and it's got the little code there. It's just adding up each number as in sequence, so it's like 1 1 2 and so forth. 1 1 2 3 5
Guards by now. Nothing I
8,
can't
etc., etc. So each number you add on, you get it by adding the previous 2 together. And that's the code for those vaults there. And now all we have to do is get out. And get back to the beginning, which isn't too tough of a prospect. Now the guards are going to be patrolling around a little bit differently here. You'll see that there's that guy. He either saw me a little bit or he saw the body that I had left there. And, you know, that's okay. Again, he didn't go full red, and so that was fine. I just wanted to blink out of there as quickly as I could. That's why I didn't wait for the, fiddling with getting the arrows just there, because the guards are making the rounds. But then we want to move quickly across that statue once again. And now we're pretty set to get to the end. So there's going to be some more guards walking up the stairs there. You just want to kind of wait. There's another one patrolling over to the right. And when everybody looks like they are moved, we're going to move on over here. And then if you teleport or blink, I keep calling it teleport, but it's blinking over to the far back side over here, and then quickly move up on top of this pipe. You won't get spotted by the other guard that's down there, and you can blink into this window if you can position yourself right. You can blink into the window and be pretty home free. From this point on, we're just going to be moving through the buildings up here and back to the beginning. And so I really, really love this mission. And hopefully this has been helpful to you guys, because I think you just feel really, really slick when you can pull this off, or I did, and I think that to me is the sign of good design on a game, when you can pull off the stealth correctly and just feel like you are the master of this environment, And I love that about these games. I love it, love it, love it. So we come down here and get on the skiff and go back to the Dreadful Whale, and then you should get your completion for this mission. You will, if you played it the way that we did, get the merciful and ghostly check marks, the one that you care about If you're going for your no detection playthrough is the ghostly one. If you're going for your low chaos playthrough, you are going to want the merciful checked off as well. And that's how you do mission 3, guys. So thank you for watching. I hope that this has been helpful to you, and I will see you in mission 4.